Okay, let's have a look at graphite pencils. So we've got pencils here where the lead is inside the little wood of the pencil. We have got a graphite block, so the whole thing, that's the whole lead of a pencil. So where I've got this tiny little lead in the center here, this is a massive one. There's no wood around it, and it's just got the paper on it. That's all, just to keep your fingers clean. I'm already getting mucky. And these come in different grades, the same as the pencils. This one, just about see it, is 2B here. So we can also get propelling pencils. So some, like this one, I can actually buy the leads to go in, so I can buy the different grades of lead to go in. But I've got a couple here which are just shop bought ones, and these will probably have just the bog standard HB pencil inside. What's quite nice about these ones, and if I open my sketchbook up, you can have a see here, maybe, that the lead is slightly different sizes. Let me pop it out a ways. There we go. I don't know if you can see that. Slightly different sizes there. So this one's a little bit thicker, this one's a very fine one. These are quite nice because obviously they never really go blunt as such, like your regular pencils, because it's always a very fine thin lead inside there. Okay, so the paper that I'm going to work on today is 130 grams. I'm not particularly going to add very much water or anything to it. It's just a drawing pad. It's a cartridge paper, and it's a smooth paper. So there we go. It's just very slightly off-white, but that's what I'm going to work on. Right, let's get that ready. There. Okay. Another pencil that I do have is this one, the Graphite Aquarelle pencil. Now these come in different grades, 2B, I've got 4B, I've got 8B, here we go. So I've got 2B, 4B, 6B, and 8B. Now, one thing I will say with these, here's let me find a 2B pencil out for you. Here's a 2B, and I'll just put a regular 2B pencil here. I'll move that across now. Put my pencils on so you can see them all. Can you see there's a difference in colour? Very slightly. I hope you can see on here. But the 2B, this is just the regular pencil, is a little bit grayer, where these water-soluble ones, it's just got a little blackiness in it. So let us take our brush into just some water. Okay, so on our 2B, doesn't really do anything. Actually what it's doing is it's just collecting that graphite off the surface that hasn't gone embedded into the paper, and I've just got it there. Okay. Ooh, here we are, 2B. B. 6B. 8B. Get a slightly darker mark come out a little bit more lifting up. What I do seem to have is, if you can see in that 8B here, a little bit more staining on the paper. So it's pushed itself into the grain of the paper, although this is quite a smooth paper. I'm still on the 130 gram cartridge paper. I will get a little ripple here because I'm adding water to it. It's not the right paper for adding water to. But I do get a little stain in there that won't lift out particularly. If I got a thicker grade paper, a watercolour type paper, I might be able to scrub over that with my brush and my water to lift that mark out, but on this paper it will just ruck it up. Let's have a look then at rubbing this out. So let's rub the corners off. There we go. So in some sense, using the rubber on this is even worse than when we were actually using it. Let me bring this one onto our regular graphite pencils. Much more stain in there. We wouldn't use these initially just for sketching and things, so this would be a much more of a kind of mixed media item, or if you wanted to develop your blending a little bit where you created these washes. You can see the nice marks. Let me bring my pencils up here. There. Can you see where I've blended with my finger and rubbed the mark through? This is a different way of creating that. Okay, so let's just have a little go where we've washed. It's still a little bit wet, so I need to be careful here. And we'll use our rubber on it. Let's try it up here. Okay, so can you see that actually I can take a little bit of that graphite off? So where I've washed the graphite across the paper, once the water is dry and has evaporated off the paper, that graphite on the surface I can lift off, but not totally. In some ways I've made it embed itself even more into the paper by wetting it. Let's just check this one. It's a little bit damp. Let's try here. It's coming out slightly, but not very much at all. Not very much at all. So it's not something that we could rub back into to get rid of some of this if this goes wrong. Although we could play about with some little highlights on here. There we go.